You are adrift in the silent dark. A lone probe, humanity's most distant eye. For 50 years it has crossed the void. It has seen wonders beyond imagining. Yet nothing prepared you for this. Before you hangs an object. It should not exist. Its shape is a perfect geometric impossibility. The object radiates a soft, blue light. It seems to call to your probe's sensors. Data streams back to Earth. Light years away, scientists watch their screens. They see the impossible made real. This object defies all known star science. It is a key or a warning. Humanity has always looked to the stars. We believed we were alone. Now we know we are not. The probe's discovery is a whisper that will soon become a shout. The object waits in the darkness. It is ancient and powerful. It has been waiting for a very long time, and now it has been found. The discovery ripples through human space. Every screen shows the impossible shape. It dominates every news cycle. People look up at the night sky differently now. A sense of wonder mixes with a deep unease. What does this discovery mean for your future? The silent object offers no answers. It only offers more questions. On Mars, the shipyards stir. On Titan, the defense platforms hum with new life. Humanity holds its collective breath. The little probe continues its watch. It is our only sentinel in the deep dark. Its quiet vigil has changed everything. The age of solitude is over. A new age is about to begin. You feel a shift in the cosmos itself. A page has turned on a galactic scale. Then, the message arrives. It is not a radio wave. It is not a laser pulse. It is something else entirely. It punches through space-time itself. It screams into every receiver in the system. An urgent, piercing signal from deep space. The message is a wave of pure dread. It bypasses all our encryption. It ignores every firewall we have built. The signal feels ancient and cold. It carries a single, repeating pattern, a warning from an unknown source. The pattern is complex, beautiful even, but its meaning is clear. Turn back, you are not welcome here. The signal's origin is the object. The impossible shape now has a voice that echoes in your mind. It is a psychic shockwave. On Earth, people feel a sudden chill. They look to the sky with newfound fear. The wonder is gone. Only the dread remains. Who sent this warning? And what power do they command? The signal fades as quickly as it came, but its echo remains. It is burned into the memory of every computer. It is seared into the consciousness of humanity. You have trespassed on forbidden ground. The owners have now served you notice. The governments of Earth convene in secret. They analyze the pattern, the warning. They try to understand the technology behind it. It is far beyond anything you have seen. A technology that treats space like an ocean. And you are a child playing in the shallows. The deep waters hold monsters, and you have just attracted their attention. A decision is made in the quiet halls of power, a decision born of fear and pride. You will not turn back. Humanity does not retreat. You will answer the call. You will face the unknown. The mobilization begins. The die is cast. Old warships are pulled from their orbital graves. Museum pieces become frontline defenders. Their hulls are scarred from forgotten conflicts. Their engines roar back to life. A century of peace has made you complacent. Now, the rust is shaken from the war machine. Earth prepares for a conflict it cannot comprehend. From the shipyards of Jupiter to the asteroid belt mines, humanity unites. Old rivalries are forgotten. Political squabbles seem petty now. The warning from the void has forged a new unity. a unity based on a shared, terrifying purpose. Your best and brightest are called to serve. Pilots, engineers, soldiers, all answer the call. You stand on the bridge of the starship Dauntless. She is a relic, a heavy cruiser from the Outer Rim Wars. But her spine is strong. Her crew is determined. Around you, the fleet assembles. Hundreds of ships, new and old. They form a shield against the coming storm, a fragile shield against an unknown force. The mission is simple. Journey to the source of the signal. Confront the power that sent it, and show them that humanity will not be intimidated. It is a bold plan. Some call it a foolish one, but it is the only plan you have. You look out at the assembled fleet. Each light is a prayer in the darkness. Your family said their goodbyes. You saw the fear in their eyes. You also saw the hope. You carry that hope with you. It is your armor against the cold void. The fleet is ready. The orders are given. Engines burn bright against the black. The journey into the unknown begins now. You are humanity's answer. You travel toward a region of starless dark, a place called the Lapis Expanse. It is a void within the void, a patch of sky where no light shines. Star charts mark it as unnavigable. Old spacers tell tales about it. They say ships that enter never return. Now, your fleet plunges headfirst into the legend. The transition is unsettling. One moment, you are among the familiar stars. The next, they are gone. Utter blackness surrounds your ship. The only lights are from your own fleet. It feels like you have entered another reality. The old rules of space break here. Your sensors struggle to make sense of the nothingness. The laws of star science seem to warp. Distances become difficult to measure. Time itself feels distorted. Your crew moves with a quiet tension. Every flicker of a console is a potential threat. The silence outside is absolute. It presses in on the whole. It feels heavy, watchful. You think about the tales the old spacers told. They spoke of ghosts in the dark, of whispers that drive crews mad. You dismiss them as superstition, but a part of you feels the truth in them. The Lapis Expanse is not empty. It is waiting. It is hiding something in its starless heart. Days turn into weeks in the oppressive dark. The crew's nerves are fraying. You share a light-hearted story about a clumsy cadet. A few strained chuckles ripple across the bridge. The brief moment of humor helps. It pushes back the encroaching dread. But the darkness always returns. It is a patient predator. Your ship, the Dauntless, pushes onward, deeper into the starless sea. Your captain is a rock of calm in the storm. Her voice is steady. Her orders are clear. She guides you through this unnatural space. Her confidence is a beacon for the entire crew. You trust her with your life. You trust her with the future of humanity. Then, it appears, a ship of unknown design. It does not warp in. It does not drop from a higher dimension. It simply arrives. One moment there is empty space. The next, the alien vessel is there. It hangs silently before your fleet, a ghost in the endless night. Its design is unlike anything you have ever seen. It is all sharp angles and flowing curves. Its hull is a shifting, iridescent material. It seems to drink the light from your ships. Your sensors are useless against it. The vessel is a complete enigma. Its presence is a challenge to your existence, a statement of superiority. A quiet awe falls over the bridge. The alien ship is beautiful. It is also terrifying. It radiates a power you can feel in your bones. Makes your mighty Dauntless feel like a child's toy. The fleet holds its position. No one dares to fire. No one dares to breathe. You are face to face with the sender of the warning. The captain's voice breaks the silence. "Hail them," she orders. Her voice does not tremble. Her resolve is unshaken. The communications officer sends a standard greeting packet, a message of peace from the people of Earth. The alien ship does not respond. It simply watches. Its silence is more intimidating than any threat. You wonder what is happening inside that strange hull. Are they studying you? Are they judging you? A joke forms in your mind about their terrible parking job. You wisely keep it to yourself. This is not the time for humor. This is a moment of transcendent importance. The first contact with an intelligent alien species, and it is not going well. Suddenly, the alien ship moves. It does not fire a weapon. It does not raise a shield. It simply rotates. It presents a different face to your fleet, a face that is somehow more menacing. It is a silent dismissal, a sign that you are not worthy of their attention. The arrogance is breathtaking. It is also a grave insult. The first encounter has become a standoff. A wave of pressure washes over your ship. It is not a physical force. It is something far more invasive. A telepathic message floods your mind. It bypasses your ears, your senses. It speaks directly to your consciousness. The voice is ancient, powerful, and cold. It is the voice from the void. It speaks not in words, but in pure meaning. Concepts and images flood your brain. You see civilizations rise and fall. You see stars born and die. You see the grand, cosmic laws that govern existence. And you see how humanity has broken them. You have trespassed. You have disturbed an ancient order. You are a noisy child in a sacred temple. The voice is emotionless. It does not hate you. It does not wish you harm. It simply states the facts. You have broken the law. Therefore, you must be punished. The sentence has already been decided. The penalty is extinction. The cold logic of it is more terrifying than any rage. Around you, the crew recoils in pain. Men and women clutch their heads. Some collapse to the deck. The psychic assault is overwhelming. Only those with the strongest minds can resist it. Your captain stands tall. Her face is pale, but her eyes burn with defiance. "They think they can scare us," she says through clenched teeth. They are wrong. The voice shows you images of Earth, your home world, vibrant and full of life. Then it shows you that same world turned to dust, a barren rock drifting in space. It is not a threat. It is a promise, a future that is already written. Your mind rebels against the vision. You refuse to accept it. This is not how your story ends. The telepathic message fades. The pressure recedes. A collective gasp echoes through the ship. You have survived the mental onslaught, but you are shaken to your core. You now understand the nature of your enemy. They are not warriors. They are judges. And they have found you guilty. A deep and primal fear takes root. But alongside it, something else grows. A fierce, stubborn anger. From the darkness behind the alien judge, they emerge. Thousands of enemy ships. They pour out of the void like insects from a hive. They are smaller than the judge's vessel. Sleek, black, and menacing. They move as one single, deadly organism. A swarm of silent killers. The Lapis Expanse is no longer empty. It is filled with your doom. The swarm blocks out the light from your fleet. They form a perfect, suffocating sphere around you. Their coordination is flawless. There is no wasted movement, no hesitation. They are a weapon of perfect efficiency. Your tactical displays struggle to keep up. The sheer number of contacts is overwhelming. It is a tide of black ships ready to drown you. Panic begins to set in on the bridge. The scope of the enemy is beyond anything you trained for. Your fleet is outnumbered 100 to 1, maybe 1,000 to 1. The odds are not just long, they are impossible. The crew looks to the captain. Their faces are a mixture of terror and hope. They need her strength now more than ever. The captain watches the tactical display. Her expression is grim but focused. She does not see an unstoppable force. She sees a problem to be solved. They move like one, she murmurs. That is their strength and their weakness. Her words cut through the fear. They offer a sliver of logic in a sea of chaos. You try to make a joke to ease the tension. Something about needing a bigger fly swatter. The words die in your throat. The moment is too heavy. The sight of the swarm is too crushing. This is not a battle. This is an execution. The silence on the bridge stretches for an eternity. Every person is lost in their own thoughts, saying their own silent goodbyes. Then the swarm attacks. They do not fire lasers or missiles. They fire lances of pure gravitational energy. The weapons ripple space itself. They bypass your shields as if they were not there. A frigate to your port side simply implodes, crushed into a single point of light. Then it is gone. There is no explosion, no debris, just erasure. Your first casualty is silent and absolute. The war has begun. Your captain does not flinch at the loss. Her eyes are fixed on the enemy. "Return fire," she orders. Her voice is cold steel. All ships. Target the lead elements. Find a pattern. Find a weakness. Her command breaks the spell of terror. The crew springs into action. Their training takes over. They have a purpose again, to fight back. Lances of plasma and railgun slugs fly from your fleet. They strike the swarm ships and do nothing. The enemy hulls absorb the energy. They shrug off the physical projectiles. Your best weapons are completely ineffective. It is like throwing stones at a mountain. A wave of despair washes over you. How do you fight an enemy you cannot harm? The gravitational lances continue their silent work. More ships vanish from the tactical display. The Dauntless shudders as a lance grazes its shields. The ship groans under the strain. Red lights flash on the damage control board. You are losing. You are losing badly. The end seems very near. All ships. Listen carefully. The captain's voice rings out across the fleet-wide channel. It is calm and resolute. We are going to try something new. A tactic that has never been attempted. A murmur of confusion ripples through the bridge. What could she possibly be planning? The risk could shatter your entire fleet. We are going to overload our warp cores. The words hang in the air. A gasp goes through the crew. Overloading a warp core is suicide. It creates a miniature black hole, a chaotic rupture in space-time. To do it intentionally is unthinkable. It is the last act of a desperate ship. We will not detonate them, the captain continues. We will vent the plasma into the expanse, simultaneously. On my mark. The plan is insane. It is brilliant. The sudden release of that much raw energy might disrupt the enemy's gravitational weapons. It might even damage their unified formation. It is a 1 in a million shot. The chief engineer's voice crackles over the comms. Captain, the stress could tear our ships apart. We were not built for this. His voice is tight with worry. He is right. The Dauntless is an old ship. Her systems are already strained. This could be the blow that breaks her. I am aware of the risks, Chief, the captain replies. Her tone leaves no room for argument. But look at your screens. We have no other choice. We fight with the weapons we have, or we die with the regrets of not trying. She is asking for the ultimate trust. From every captain, from every crew member in the fleet. A tense silence follows. Then, One by one, the other ship captains respond. The Valiant is ready. The Stalwart is ready. The Triumph is ready. They are with her. The human spirit is a stubborn thing. It will not be extinguished without a fight. You feel a surge of pride. You are part of this fleet, part of this insane, beautiful gamble. The captain turns to her helm officer. On my mark. 3, 2, 1, mark. At her command, the fleet acts as one. Warp cores across hundreds of ships vent their incandescent rage. A tidal wave of pure energy erupts into the Lapis Expanse. The darkness is banished by a man-made sun. The Dauntless screams in protest as the plasma is unleashed. You hold your breath, waiting for salvation or oblivion. The wave of energy slams into the swarm. For a moment, nothing happens. The black ships hold their formation. Then, you see it, a flicker, a distortion in their perfect unity. The gravitational lances waver. The focused beams of annihilation lose their cohesion. The insane gamble is working. The impossible has happened. Against overwhelming odds, your crew holds the line. The ship shudders and groans around you. Alarms blare a symphony of crisis. But the Dauntless holds together. Her old bones are strong. Her heart, the crew, is stronger. Their courage shines in the endless night. They faced erasure and did not blink. On the bridge, the crew works with frantic precision. Damage control teams race to contain ruptures. Engineers fight to keep the power grid from collapsing. Every person is a vital part of the whole. Each one focused on their task, united by a single purpose: survival. The human spirit in its purest form, resilient, defiant, unbreakable. The captain stands on her bridge like a statue. Her eyes scan the chaotic tactical display. The swarm is in disarray. Their perfect formation is broken. The coordinated attack has faltered. Your desperate measure bought you time. A precious few moments in a battle for existence. But what do you do with that time? You look at the faces of your crewmates. You see the exhaustion. You see the fear. But you also see a fire in their eyes. A fire that was not there before. It is the fire of hope. The knowledge that you are not helpless. You can fight back. You can hurt them. And that changes everything. A young ensign starts to laugh. A wild, unhitching sound of pure relief. It breaks the tension. Soon, others join in. It is not a laugh of humor. It is a laugh of defiance. A primal scream of survival. You even manage a small, tired joke about the enemy needing to reboot. It is not your best work, but it gets a few smiles. The bridge feels human again. The swarm begins to regroup. Their movements are no longer perfectly synchronized. They are hesitant, confused. Your attack did more than just disrupt their weapons. It disrupted their hive mind. Their greatest strength is now their greatest vulnerability. For the first time, you see them not as a force of nature, but as an enemy that can be beaten, an enemy that can be understood. As you stare at the chaotic dance of enemy ships on the screen, you see it. A subtle pattern in their regrouping efforts, a flaw in their perfection. Most of the ships are moving erratically, but a few, a very small number, are moving with purpose. They are acting as nodes, transmitting orders to the others, re-establishing the network. Captain, you say, your voice hoarse. Look here, and here. You point to the tactical display, to the handful of ships that are the key to the swarm's consciousness. They are the enemy's brain, and you have just found it. It is a chance to turn the tide of battle, a chance to go from defense to offense. The captain's eyes follow your finger. A slow smile spreads across her face. Well done, she says. The two words are the highest praise you have ever received. She turns to the comms officer. Get me the fleet. Now her voice is alive with a new energy. A predator's energy. The hunted is about to become the hunter. The flaw is obvious now that you see it. The node ships are slightly larger. They hang back from the main chaotic swarm. They try to blend in, but their directed movements give them away. The enemy believed they were untouchable. They never imagined you could break their control. Their arrogance has created this opportunity. You feel a surge of adrenaline. The fear and despair are washed away, replaced by a cold, sharp focus. You see the path to victory. It is a narrow path, a dangerous path. But it is there. Your mind races, calculating firing solutions, targeting vectors. You are no longer just a crew member. You are a weapon, and you are aimed at the heart of the swarm. The other ships in the fleet see it too. A wave of understanding ripples through the human force. The target is identified. The objective is clear. Destroy the node ships. Decapitate the swarm. It is a simple, elegant plan. A plan born from desperation and observation. A truly human plan. The captain gives the order. All ships, concentrate fire on the node vessels. Ignore the drones. Take out their command structure. Her voice is a blade in the darkness. The fleet responds instantly. What was once a scattered defense becomes a focused, coordinated assault. The counterattack begins. Your fleet executes the daring new strategy. Lances of plasma, once futile, now have a purpose. Railgun slugs streak through the void, aimed with newfound precision. The Dauntless fires its main battery. The ship rocks with the force of the volley. You watch the energy bolts cross the distance to the nearest node ship. This is the moment of truth. The node ship attempts to dodge, but it is too slow, too arrogant. The bolts of plasma slam into its hull. The material that once absorbed your fire now glows white-hot. It cracks, it shatters. The node ship explodes in a silent, brilliant flash of light. A cheer erupts on the bridge, a sound of pure, unadulterated triumph. You have drawn first blood. The enemy is caught completely by surprise. The drones near the destroyed node ship fall into chaos. They drift aimlessly. Some even collide with each other. The effect is instantaneous. You have severed a part of their brain. Now you just have to repeat the process. Again and again. The tide of battle has well and truly turned. Your fleet moves with a new, deadly grace. You are no longer a cornered animal. You are a pack of wolves. You isolate each node ship. You concentrate your fire. You tear them apart one by one. The swarm, once an unstoppable organism, is being dismembered. It is a symphony of destruction. And you are the conductor. The enemy tries to adapt. They pull their node ships back. They surround them with layers of drones. But it is too late. You have their scent. You press the attack relentlessly. The Dauntless and her sister ships weave through the enemy drones. They are a storm of steel and fire. They will not be denied their victory. You allow yourself a moment of grim satisfaction. You remember the telepathic voice, the promise of your extinction. You have answered that promise with fire. You have shown them the strength of the human spirit. They judged you unworthy. They are now paying the price for that mistake. The Lapis Expanse is no longer their sanctuary. It is their graveyard. As the last node ship shatters, a profound change occurs. The remaining thousands of drones stop dead in the void. Their engines go cold. Their lights flicker and die. The once terrifying swarm is now just a field of inert metal, a silent monument to your victory. The battle is over. You have won. But your celebration is cut short. From the heart of the dead swarm, a presence emerges. The judge ship, the one that met you at the start. It did not participate in the battle. It simply watched. Now, it moves toward your fleet, and from it, a being of immense power reveals itself. It is not a projection. It is not a telepathic image. It is physically there, hanging in the void. It is immense, larger than your flagship. Its form is difficult to describe. It is a being of shifting light and solid shadow. It seems to exist in multiple dimensions at once. This is the intelligence behind the swarm. One of the Elder Ones, the architect of your near destruction. The voice from the void now has a face, and it is looking directly at you. A new kind of fear descends upon the bridge, a primal awe. This is not a creature you can fight with guns. This is a being that transcends your understanding of life itself. It radiates an intelligence that is ancient beyond measure. It has seen galaxies form. It has witnessed the birth of stars. You are less than an insect to it. The Elder One raises a luminous appendage. The dead drone ships around it begin to dissolve. They turn to dust, then to nothing. The being tidies up its failed experiment with a casual gesture. A gesture that demonstrates a power far beyond the gravitational lances. A power to unmake matter itself. The being then focuses its attention on your fleet. You feel its mind touch yours. But this time, it is not a psychic assault. It is a gentle query, a probe of genuine curiosity. It is re-evaluating you. It is trying to understand how you accomplished the impossible, how a species so young, so primitive, could defeat its perfect weapon. You are unexpected, the voice echoes in your mind. It is the same cold voice as before, but now there is a new tone, a hint of surprise, maybe even a flicker of respect. You were deemed a contagion, a chaotic element in a stable design. The swarm was your cure. The logic is still chilling. But the outcome has changed the equation. Your resilience has forced the enemy to reconsider. The Elder One looks upon your battered fleet. It sees the patched hulls, the exhausted crews, and it sees the unyielding defiance that binds you all together. They did not expect such fierce determination. They underestimated the power of the human will to survive. The being shows you images in your mind again, not of a destroyed Earth this time, but of other worlds. Countless other worlds that face the swarm, worlds that fought, worlds that fell, civilizations far older and more advanced than yours. All of them were erased. All of them failed the test. You are the first to ever defeat the swarm. A new respect is forged in the silence of the void, a respect born of violence and survival. The Elder One begins to understand. Your chaos is not a flaw. It is a strength. Your unpredictability is a weapon that their logic cannot counter. Your individuality, your spirit, is something they cannot model, something they cannot defeat. Your existence is a paradox, the voice continues. You disrupt the order, yet you create a new one through your struggle, a dynamic and resilient order. The being seems to be thinking aloud, reevaluating millennia of established doctrine, all because of one stubborn, scrappy species from a small blue planet. You feel the weight of this moment. The future of your species hangs in the balance, not on the outcome of a battle, but on the philosophical conclusion of an ancient, godlike being. You have proven you can fight. Now you must prove you can be more than just fighters. You must prove you are worthy of a place in their cosmos. The captain steps forward. She addresses the empty air on her bridge. But you know the Elder One is listening. "We are not a contagion," she says. Her voice is strong, unwavering. "We are life, and life is not orderly. It is messy, it is loud, and it has a right to exist." Her words are a declaration, a manifesto for all of humanity. A new respect has been earned. Now, it must be solidified. A tense negotiation begins, not with words, but with an exchange of pure thought. The Elder, One, and your captain, humanity's chosen representative, engage in a silent dialogue. The fate of the galaxy hangs in the balance. The Elder, One, proposes a new order, an arrangement that will preserve stability while allowing for humanity's unique nature. It explains the purpose of the Lapis Expanse. It is a quarantine zone, a cage. Not for you, but for something else. Something far older and more dangerous than the Elder Ones. A destructive force that slumbers in the starless dark. The swarm was not just a weapon. It was a tool of containment. A shepherd for a mindless, cosmic horror. The Elder Ones have been the wardens of this prison for eons. They enforce the silence. They maintain the quarantine. Any ship that enters is a risk, a potential key that could unlock the cage. That is why they destroyed everyone who trespassed. It was not malice. It was a grim, necessary duty. But you did not just trespass. You defeated the warden's best tool. This changes the nature of the arrangement. You have proven your strength, your unpredictability. The Elder One makes an offer, a treaty, an alliance. They can no longer be the sole guardians. They need a partner as chaotic and unpredictable as the threat they contain. The captain considers the offer. The weight of the decision is immense. To accept means taking on an incredible burden, a sacred duty to protect the galaxy from a threat you cannot even imagine. To refuse means returning to Earth with the knowledge of this horror, leaving the galaxy to its fate, and knowing that the Elder Ones might change their minds and erase you anyway. There is really only one choice. A joke about wanting a better benefits package floats through your tired mind. You suppress it. The negotiation is too delicate for humor. The captain gives her silent assent. The truce is struck. A new era begins, not of conflict, but of shared responsibility. Humanity earns a new, unexpected role. You are no longer just explorers or colonists. You are now the keepers of this dangerous frontier. The Lapis Expanse is no longer a place of terror. It is your watch, your post, a line you must hold against the coming night. The Elder One shares knowledge with you. The secrets of the Expanse, the nature of the slumbering horror, and the tools needed to keep it contained. Your ships are repaired, not with welding torches and rivets, but with the same matter-shaping technology that being used to dissolve the swarm. The Dauntless is stronger than ever. It is reborn for its new purpose. Your fleet becomes the first line of defense, the first generation of the guardians of the Expanse. You are the shield. You are the chaos that will counter the dark. It is a heavy mantle to wear, but humanity has never shied away from a challenge. You have stared into the void, and you did not blink. The alien judge ship and the Elder One recede into the darkness. They leave you to your new duty. They trust you to hold the line. It is a trust earned in fire and defiance. You look out from the bridge of the Dauntless. The starless dark does not seem so menacing anymore. It feels like home. You send a message back to Earth, not a message of war and survival, but a message of purpose, of a new destiny for your species. You are the guardians at the edge of the galaxy, the unlikely heroes of an ancient struggle. The story of humanity has just begun, and its greatest chapters will be written here in the silent, waiting dark. You are a keeper of the peace, a guardian of the expanse.